In Bed Wars, you can use TNT to destroy people's bed defenses, or do something like this. You see, I'm not the best at this, so for the next 100 games, I'm going to be trying to improve my TNT jumping ability, and at the very end, I get pretty good at the game. So if you enjoy, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, it'll really help me grow, and let's just get right into the video. Day number 1, we're on my favorite map, Siege, favorite map of all time. I threw the diamonds behind me, preparing to fail, but I actually end up making it all the way over to Blue, and even got the bed. I chased Blue all the way behind his base and got the final, but then Red ended up coming in and killing me. I respawned and my bed actually got destroyed by Yellow, and I just could not hit my shots, so I ended up dying, and yeah, it's basically how I felt by the end of this. Day number 2, I tried the TNT jump on top of Aqua's base, which actually worked, but as soon as I dropped down, I got instantly killed. So I went back, did it again, and fireballed him off the base, but then ended up dying again because I'm just not good at hitting my shots, apparently. His bed got destroyed, and he came over to my bed, and I ended up final killing him, which felt pretty good. Day number 3, you probably already saw in the intro, but yep, face planted into the side of the building, no big deal. Tried it again, and I actually ended up making it, and I got Aqua's bed in the process, went all the way, and even got Green's bed. But then Green ended up killing me because they were probably pretty bummed that I got their bed. Day number 4, I ended up bed trading with Blue, but that was no big deal, since I went all the way over to Gray and ended up final killing him. What, Tommy in it? I killed Tommy in it in Bed Wars, not clickbait? Not a TNT jump, but still pretty cool in my opinion. I ended up placing a TNT on the bed defense, and as Pink was trying to get by, I fireballed them and got the bed, leading to a final kill, which I was pretty proud of myself for. I then tried to TNT all the way over to White, but miscalculated how far I would actually get, so they ended up knocking me off pretty easily. Day number 5, Pink unsuspectedly rushed me and ended up getting my bed and killing me, but right before they got the final kill, I ended up getting them and running over to their base and got their bed. We had a final confrontation over at Red's base where I did this weird little thing. I don't even know what this is, but I ended up placing 2 TNT, and with my final TNT, I went all the way up to where they were, knocked them off, but they knocked me off. But still, you know, I take the little victories that I can. Day number 6, Blue ended up rushing me and got my bed because I forgot to put defense on it. But then I ended up lagging back 2 times in a row and surviving this fall, which I would have died both times on. I then ran all the way over to Blue's base and fireballed him off as he was chasing me, which I did feel kind of bad about, but I ended up getting his bed anyway, because, you know, it is a video game. I tried to triple TNT jump because I was watching Wally Bear during this time, and I wanted to see how good I was, and I'll just let this clip speak for itself. Yeah, not gonna try that again. Oh, day number 7, I was dreading this. I placed the TNT and fell down, and as I was fighting, I took out the compass for some reason. Just next day. Day number 8, I was actually kind of proud of, because I did TNT jump and actually prevent the red guy from getting my bed, which is, you know, all on purpose. Then I ended up getting his bed, and he was a final kill, so I kind of boink, and got that for myself. My bed got destroyed by Green, but I went all the way back, and as I was trying to run away, I fell down and accidentally, you know, had to fireball all the way up here. And as I was running around, this, I just can't even describe it. I fell and tried to, Day number 9, I was actually starting to see some improvement. I TNT jumped all the way to Red's base and knocked him off. Just as I got his bed, he started to run away, so I chased him all the way to his yellow balloon and got the final kill. I tried to double TNT jump, but didn't really know how to place it correctly, so I ended up falling into the void almost immediately when I tried. But closer to the end of the game, I did try to do it one more time, but I forgot the placement again, so then, you know, I just gave up on that idea. Day number 10, getting closer to 100, I tried this new thing where I placed the TNT and then placed a block to determine when I should jump, and it ended up working a little bit. Almost got Gray's bed over here, but they're just a bit quicker than I was, and my bed ended up getting destroyed by White, so I wanted to go back there for a little bit of, you know, revenge. I got White's bed and ended up killing them when they respawned in their forge. I then TNT'd Blue's bed defense and ended up finally killing them and breaking their bed in the process, which was pretty cool. And my first ever successful double TNT jump against the Among Us Minecraft skin. I thought I went over here, knocked him off, but then, I apparently didn't knock him off somehow, so that scared the absolute living hell out of me, and I ended up dying. And that concludes our first 10 days, boys! Days 11 through 20 were actually quite interesting. I knocked off Aqua with one punch, then tried to TNT jump all the way to the top of his base, but, you know, fell a little bit short by, you know, a lot. I ended up getting Blue's bed in this game, almost getting the final kill, but he ended up killing me. So I TNT jumped to the top of his base and waited for him to come out, but for some reason, Gray ended up trying to, you know, get me, and I don't know what that was. Day number 13 was another one of those weird days. I tried to TNT jump up to Pink, but then ended up face planting into their bridge and got lagged back, so that was basically the end of that day for you. Day number 14, I knocked this guy off as he was trying to bridge and got his bed. I then did this really weird thing where I put a block in front of the TNT, but I still made it over to red somehow. It reduced the blast radius, but still I ended up getting the bed. And then over here I tried to do a double TNT jump, but I just didn't go forward for some reason. This was such a weird day, and I don't know how to explain this. Day number 15 would have been a world record for fastest slash hub after failing a TNT jump for obvious reasons. As you can see, that was just so embarrassing. And 16 wasn't even any better. I ended up trying to TNT jump and face planted directly into his bridge. Wow, it seems very familiar. Day 17, I ended up TNT jumping a small little gap while White was bridging towards me. We got each other's beds, but when it comes to PvP, I'm just simply better, so I ended up killing them. Day number 18, I missed the first TNT jump because I forgot the timing, and the second one I just missed by a mile because I put a block in front of it. So next day, number 19, I used the TNT to actually get closer to my opponent, but he fireball jumped over me, but I ended up landing back on the bridge, and the hole from the TNT made him have to bridge, so I just booped him off. Then I tried to double TNT jump over to Gray's base, which surprisingly worked even though I didn't do it how it was intended. I then TNT jumped over on this bridge and ended up clutching, which is kinda cool in my opinion. Day number 20, I went and got an AFK player's bed. Yep, that was the highlight of that game. And then I got the smooth like butter TNT jump on the bridge, like dang! Aqua ended up falling into the void, so I TNT jumped on top of their bridge and ended up getting their bed. I did attempt to TNT jump all the way over to Yellow, but that didn't really work out, so in order to get my spirits up more, I TNT jumped back onto Aqua's old bridge. Then I tried to TNT jump over to Blue, which again, I just can't figure out this double TNT jump pattern, so I just ended up bridging and getting their bed. They tried to hide from me, but you cannot hide from me, so I got the victory at the end of the game. Over here, Red was trying to actually run away from me, but as I said, they can't run, so I booped him off into the void after getting a successful TNT jump on top of his bridge. Then I fireball sniped this guy from across the map and ended up getting the victory again. Then I tried to double TNT jump once more and ended up making it. Hey, I'm actually getting quite good at these things. Then I fireball sniped another guy, getting this victory. Hey, 2 in a row. Wally Bear, where's my internship? I don't want to talk about it. Day number 24, I placed down a single TNT trying to get closer to Red, which I did, and ended up final killing him. And then I instantly went back to being bad at the game. I ended up failing this TNT jump all the way over to White, but no need to worry, I ended up redeeming myself and went all the way to Yellow with 1 TNT, and then did a TNT jump from mid and ran all the way to Gray, getting the bed and getting the victory. For these next few days, I just want to talk about how much better I've gotten at TNT jumping. I've gotten more accurate and can do them multiple times in one game, and I barely even fall. Like over here, I went all the way over to Red, got their bed, and ended up getting the final just because of 1 TNT jump, which is just super cool to me. I tried to triple TNT jump during this day too, which wasn't the best, but it wasn't as bad as I did it last time, so I'm getting closer. And overall, I just feel like I'm getting better at the game. They're getting more accurate, and I'm having a much more better time with them than I did before when I just could not do it whatsoever. So yeah, let's continue to days 31 through 50. Yeah, before we continue, I'm just so proud of the snipe I got on this Invis player. Like, I just can't get over it, so I just wanted to show you guys. But I ended up TNT jumping on this game over to Green, fireballing him away from his bed, getting the bed, and surviving on barely any HP. Then also not a fireball this game, but I ended up ender pearling over, getting the bed, and then getting the final because he had nothing on him whatsoever. Then I TNT jumped over to Pink and, you know, give him a little tap tap tap, got his bed, and got the final kill, all in 1 fatal TNT jump. On this day, I tried to TNT jump, but then decided it wasn't good enough for me, so I tried to do a 360, but forgot to let go of W, so I failed, and then got another very epic swag fireball snipe for over here. You know, not my first try, but still, I TNT jumped over to Aqua's base, got the bed, and ended up final killing him, but felt pretty bad because I fell into the void too. Then, this day I was so proud of because I TNT jumped, knocked him off, got the bed, and then got the final kill as he fell into the void, which was so cool. Okay, this next one is actually pretty funny to me because I was AFK during this time and Red came over, almost killed me, but saw Pink was going over to their base, came back for me without a sword thinking I was AFK, but then I ended up killing them because I came back exactly as they started to kill me. TNT jumped over to their base afterwards and final killed them, which, you know, RIP that. Then for the rest of these games, I just did a few more TNT jumps, did a few cool maneuvers, ended up doing a lot more successful double TNT jumps, and it was just a lot of fun recording these last few, so I'm just going to leave you off with these few clips that I got, and then we're going to move on into the last 50 days. Days 50 through 80, I started to get more precise with the TNT jumping, hitting one-block jumps, getting finals and beds very easily. Like over here, I TNT jumped on top of his base, gapped, went down, and got the victory. And as you're gonna see from this footage, I actually had a lot of fun on this map especially because there are just so many good places to TNT jump. And I just had so much fun recording it and just like having a blast doing it. Basically, days 51 through 80 were just me cleaning up small mistakes that I still made along the way while actually playing the game because I realized this entire time I've been too focused on TNT jumping and didn't really have fun with the game. So this time I decided to do so, and I ended up actually winning more, I saw, when I just had fun with the game and didn't focus on just TNT jumping. Yeah, and just looking back at this footage right now, it just makes me so happy seeing how much I actually improved because I didn't expect to see such a drastic change from days number 1 to now. So I appreciate you guys sticking around, and the continuing days are even better. On days 80 through 94, I want to focus on this one game in particular. I TNT jumped, got Red's bed, TNT jumped, got Gray's bed, TNT jumped, knocked Pink off into the void, and got their bed by punching through clay. Then I TNT jumped all the way to Aqua and got their bed and the final kill. And while I was going to middle, Pink told me to TNT jump, which I did. Then they fell into the void because I guess they got pretty scared of my skills. In my opinion, this was the perfect game to show my progress so far. And then on day 94, I got this nice fireball snipe to end off this section of days. And now we're on the home stretch, the last 5 days I want to talk about individually. So let's get right into them. Day number 95, I started off by making, you know, a simple average wool bed defense. Then I TNT jumped over to Aqua's base where they didn't notice that I landed, and I quickly and swiftly punched them off into the void and then got their bed. After that, I just went over to other people's bases, getting beds like Yellow's over here, and TNT jumped to Diamond Gen, which was, you know, pretty cool, I guess. And Blue was just being an annoying little brat, had his little bow out, but I ended up outmaneuvering him with wool and knocking him into the void and teaching him a lesson about bow spamming, because I'm the only one who does that around here. Then I did this little thing where I knockback sticked Red as I placed the TNT down so he could not clutch, and I got the final kill on him. Then I put the scope on Gray and ended up killing him somehow, which yeah, I have no idea because the fireball missed, but you know what, I'll take it, GG. Now, to be honest, day number 96 was not that interesting, but I wanted to point out a certain thing which will come in later. I ended up TNT jumping over to Green's base, getting his bed, but he tried to come down on me, so I ended up fireballing him off and fireballed myself too, but, you know, I still had a bed, so then I fireballed Blue off with the same exact thing and got both final kills that way, which is pretty funny. I tried triple TNT jumping, but, you know, didn't quite make it. But then, this happened. I did it! After so long!
I knew he could do it!
I always believed in him!
I'm so proud of you, son.
Mr. Obama!
Yes! Toast! I'm proud of you. You did this country proud. And for that, I give you $2 million. Thank you for serving this country and making us all believe in ourselves. Yeah, and then I won. Not a really interesting day if you ask me.
Day number 97, I jumped down into Green's base and plopped a TNT right into his bed defense and rode it to the top of his base. While I waited for him to come out, I noticed that he wasn't actually coming for me, so I got his bed and then fireball jumped to the top of his base again. We ended up going to his bridge fighting, and then he just jumped into the void. So, GG. I then triple TNT jumped over to the diamond gen right here, felt pretty good about it, and then made my own TNT jump. This is the sideways triple TNT jump. I haven't seen anyone else do this before, so I'm pretty sure I invented it. It feels so good to be able to do it, and now I can finally call a TNT jump that I made here my own, which just, it makes me feel so happy. And then I got this final kill by 200 IQing Pink into falling into the void. Day number 98, I went over to Aqua, then, you know, just got their bed, boing, 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 and got the final kill. I tried to triple TNT jump, but, you know, failed this one. Afterwards, my bed got destroyed, and I ended up making this triple TNT jump over here. The most annoying thing happened at the very end of the game, though. I ender pearled into a block, and it ended up sending me back to the lobby. But anyways, day number 99, I jumped over to Red's base, knocked him off, got the kill, and got his bed. As he was trying to come for me, he tried to do his own little TNT jump in. I said, no, 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 and got the final kill. My bed got destroyed, and then Gray led me up a tree, and I jumped down and died. Day number 100, the last day, I TNT jumped over to Gray, landed it with half a heart, then got his bed. I ran out. I started to run back, hoping I could regain enough health to be able to defeat him. I blocked him off over here. He ended up hitting me, and I had one heart and knocked him into the void. Oh my god, that felt so good to do. Then I knockback stick Aqua into the void, and he called hacks for some reason, because I guess he doesn't know what a knockback stick is. Then it was just me and Red for day number 100. I wanted to make this one interesting for you, so I stayed on top of my base for a little bit and thought of a plan. As he was down there, I didn't see that he had any fireballs, so I just ran across as fast as my little legs can take me all the way to Emerald. Then I built up this weird little thing, hoping that he would jump up and give me the opportunity to knockback stick him into the void. GG, boys! Day number 100. It feels so good to know that I've improved over these days. Just thank you. This took me so long to edit and do all the stuff for, and you guys making it through the entire video, that's very cool. That's epic even. So if you enjoyed, always like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.